to be decided by who controls the tempo. And that means defense, that means rebounds, and that means special go-to guys when things break down. Either Reggie Miller, Mark Jackson, or Latrell Sprewell for New York.
Miller comes off the screen. Houston right with him. Fall away shot. Impossible to defend. And Miller has his first bucket.
It was too easy.
Here's Thomas. Quick shot. Kurt Thomas. There.
But right now, with the second unit and Camby playing such a vital role, his numbers have declined.
Averaging 4 points a game in the playoffs. Only 30% shooting. Meanwhile, bad sign for
that series.
It's a question of, is he going to be able to maintain this pace?
Reggie working diligently without the ball. A little bump screen there. Surprised they didn't call that one early on Smits. Reggie Miller, that basket. That seems almost as big as Lake Michigan.
Anywhere around here?
What's the tie-in?
That's the closest big body of water to the great state of Indiana.
Were you a geography major?
A geography
shot steal mix.
Thomas has it. 3-on-3 break. Houston. Allan Houston has given the Knicks their first lead. It ends now for this team, unbeaten in the playoffs.
Tom, Larry Bird is one of those driven personalities. Reggie Miller, though, has been the Knicks assassin. As his top performances against the Knicks, 10 of those, 7 overall have been in the playoffs. So he brings his A game.
Two young men who grew up in the Detroit area matched up, although they didn't play during their high school or college careers. Houston for 3.
This is a great start for Sprewell.
His first score of the afternoon.
Steve, one thing we're seeing, though, with the Knicks early on is what we saw at the...
It is a throwback to an old basketball philosophy. Score before the defense can get set up, and that's what New York is able to do with that small... Why it bothers him here.
I'm surprised the Knicks haven't started doing that. Nice three-pointer. Good sign for Chris Giles, whose three-pointers have really fallen off.
Reggie Miller, first shot since he returned, and he takes up right where he left off. He's only missed 1 shot today. He has 8 points.
Has to be a great sign for New York in the first half to stay this close and really to control the flow and the tempo of the game.
When it comes down to it, it's Allan Houston and Reggie Miller making jump shots. Houston.
Nice shot, fall away. Allan Houston over. Johnson, good position. Blocking Dale Davis off the boards. Here's Allan Houston. Back to Johnson. He laid it in. Pretty pass from Houston to LJ. 7 points, and New York's up by 5.
It's been the defensive energy making some mistakes and then quickly going the other end that's given him an advantage. Miller
had a toe on the line. It's a 2, but it comes with 1:35 left in the second quarter.
Reggie moving both directions. Coming out from underneath the hoop, hitting the one jumper inside. But it's been the New York Knicks who up and down the court have just out-hustled, outworked the Indiana Pacers with Larry Johnson, the nice finish.
Well, and when they get in trouble, they always come back to Reggie Miller, and he seals the deal.
Knicks by 3, the NBA on NBC. Time report coming up after these messages. You're watching the NBA.
Care of business. Finally, Rick Smits makes a shot.
Jackson. Miller. The leaner by Reggie Miller. 12 points for Reggie, who is
down flat-footed, so that Achilles is starting to act up on him.
He has 6 boards in the game. Larry Johnson, 11 points in the first half.
But the Knicks don't get any ball movement, player movement. It's one pass and the shot. Mullen
by Mullen. Smits to help alter the shot, and Indiana has it.
What is that around Reggie's shoulder?
Mullen for 3. At 5 in the second, and it gives Indiana its first lead since the middle of the second quarter when they were up 32-31. Ewing answers for New York.
The labor up and down with that bad Achilles.
Well, you know, they have sent some change as Allan Houston gets a 3, but they, again, when you got Davison as a very physical presence for the Indiana Pacers. Houston.
Allan Houston shoots over the top of Reggie Miller.
Absolutely nothing in transition for Indiana this afternoon.
Miller challenging Ewing and scoring. 5-point lead.
Now Reggie Miller's out of the game. Derek McKee noted for his defensive ability against Houston.
But Houston, right in his face, launches the long-range two, and Allan Houston with 16 points in half.
They were trying to drop the ball into Jalen Rose on the post and couldn't get him to pass, backing his way in.
Blocked by Houston. Rose 72 with Reggie Miller at the line.
Graphic here for Indiana. Uncontested shots, the strength of their game. They've shot the ball magnificently when they've tried to.
They're able to save it, Indiana.
8 on the clock for Reggie Miller. Looking to Smith.
Jump hook. 38. 2 years ago, Nancy Lopez thrilled us with her run for one of the few major titles that has eluded her, the U.S. Open. Will this year be her? Jackson the other way. Pacers with the ball down 1. Just over 4 minutes left. Miller, open 3. 3:20 left on the clock, and Indiana has its biggest lead of the game. Childs for 3. Chris
said without a championship ring, these memorable moments against the New York Knicks mean nothing. He has a portfolio full of Knick daggers.
4 points.
Dale Davis replacing Rick Smith, who fouls out. Allan Houston
will sit and watch.
Houston forces up a 3 over Childs, short, rebounded by Ewing, and the Knicks have done it.